The economic relationship between humans and dogs has transformed. What was once a simple transaction for food and basic care has evolved into a sophisticated, emotionally charged global industry. This is an economy built not on necessity alone, but on a profound cultural shift: the elevation of the dog from a mere pet to a cherished family member. This phenomenon, known as pet humanization, is the central engine driving a global pet care market valued between $259.37 billion and $323.72 billion in 2024. This marketplace, tethered by a multi-billion-dollar leash, is projected to surge past $500 billion by 2030, a testament to the willingness of pet parents to invest deeply in the health, happiness, and longevity of their canine companions. The growth is fueled by powerful demographic tailwinds. Millennials and Gen Z, who now represent half of all pet owners in the United States, are delaying traditional life milestones like marriage and child-rearing, instead forming multi-pet households and channeling their nurturing instincts and disposable income toward their animals. Their digital native habits and value systems are reshaping the industry, creating demand for everything from subscription-based human-grade meal delivery to sustainable toys and app-controlled wellness devices. At the heart of the dog economy lies its largest and most foundational segment, food and nutrition. Representing the most frequent, non-discretionary spend for owners, this sector accounts for over 52% of the entire pet care market and serves as the bedrock upon which the wider industry is built. Global pet food sales are on a trajectory to reach $146 billion by 2030. With the U.S. market for pet food and treats alone hitting a staggering $65.8 billion in 2024. This financial heft underscores a market in the midst of a profound identity shift, moving from basic sustenance to sophisticated, health-driven nutrition. The modern dog food aisle presents a dazzling and often confusing array of choices that reflect the diverging philosophies of pet owners. While traditional formats maintain their dominance, the most dynamic growth is occurring at the premium end of the spectrum. Dry food, kibble. The undisputed king of the category, extruded dry kibble commands a 57% share of sales. Its market leadership is built on the pillars of convenience, affordability, long shelf life, and widely marketed dental health benefits. In 2024, sales of dry dog food continued their steady climb, rising by 4.5%. This format remains the go-to for a majority of dog owners, with industry giants like Mars Pet Care and Nestle Purina Pet Care dominating the landscape. Wet food, long considered a more palatable option, wet food is experiencing a renaissance, with sales growing by 12.5%. It is often chosen for its higher moisture content, which can aid in hydration, and for its appeal to picky eaters or senior dogs with dental issues. The true story of innovation and growth is found in the burgeoning market for non-kibble formats. In the US, these alternatives now astonishingly account for 55% of revenue in the pet sector, signaling a seismic shift in consumer preference. This category is led by two key movements. Human-grade food. This segment, valued at $2.41 billion in 2023, is growing rapidly. It appeals to consumers by using ingredients and manufacturing facilities that meet human food safety standards, building trust through transparency. Brands like The Farmer's Dog often use a direct-to-consumer D2C model, offering fresh, recognizable ingredients. Raw food. Mirroring human diet trends like paleo, this category is based on the belief in a biologically appropriate uncooked diet. With a global market of $3.48 billion in 2024 and a projected growth of 12.17% CAGR, it is one of the industry's fastest-growing segments. This market fragmentation reflects a split in owner philosophy. On one side are pragmatic providers who trust the scientific formulations and convenience of premium kibble. On the other are artisanal caregivers who view feeding as an act of love and invest heavily in fresh or raw options based on emotion and a belief in natural principles. Consequently, marketing must now be tailored. Legacy brands should emphasize scientific reliability, while newer brands must appeal to emotion and ingredient purity. Far from being a mere afterthought, the pet treats and snack sector has blossomed into a high-growth, emotionally charged market that serves as a primary pillar of the human-pet bond. This is where the abstract concept of love is converted into a tangible, edible transaction. The global market for pet snacks and treats was valued at an impressive $36.38 billion in 2023 and is projected to expand at a blistering 11.8% CAGR, potentially reaching $79.23 billion by 2030. In the US alone, the dog treats market is estimated to be worth $12.8 billion in 2025, growing at a robust 11.1% annually. The fundamental driver of this segment's explosive growth is its role as the currency of affection. Treats are the primary tool used for training, positive reinforcement, and simple moments of bonding. This deep emotional role makes the category significantly less price-sensitive than staple food, creating fertile ground for premium products, high margins, and impulse purchases. When an owner gives their dog a treat, they are not just providing a snack. They are engaging in a moment of connection, reinforcing their role as a loving caregiver. There is a significant shift in the pet treat market, moving away from simple biscuits towards sophisticated, functional treats that reflect human health and wellness trends. Pet owners are no longer satisfied with junk food for their dogs and are instead demanding products with tangible benefits. This has led to the rise of specialized treats such as dental chews for oral health, formulas with glucosamine for joint support, treats containing omega fatty acids for skin and coat health, calming treats with ingredients like L-theanine, and products featuring natural, plant-based ingredients. This functional treat segment also serves as a crucial business strategy for premium brands. These treats act as a low-risk gateway product, allowing consumers to experiment with a new brand without committing to the high cost of a full bag of food. If the owner is pleased with the results of the treat, trust is established, making them more likely to purchase higher-priced items like the brand's primary food line in the future. In this way, the treat category functions as a powerful customer acquisition tool, acting as a Trojan horse to build brand loyalty and upsell consumers into a broader product ecosystem. The veterinarian and wellness sector stands as the bedrock of pet health spending, a massive and indispensable part of the dog economy. This market, which encompasses everything from routine checkups to life-saving surgeries, was valued at over $131 billion globally in 2024 and is projected to grow at a steady CAGR of approximately 6 to 7%, potentially exceeding $233 billion by 2034. In the United States, spending on vet care and associated product sales reached a formidable $39.8 billion in 2024, making it the second-largest spending category after food. A defining characteristic of this market is the relentless rise in the cost of care, which jumped 7.1% between 2023 and 2024 alone. This inflation is a direct consequence of the humanization trend. As dogs are elevated to family member status, owners demand a higher standard of care, and veterinary medicine has responded by adopting advanced, human-grade medical technologies, diagnostic tools, and surgical procedures. This has dramatically improved health outcomes, but has also sent costs soaring. This average, however, only tells part of the story. The real financial pressure comes from the unpredictable nature of health issues. Routine visits, A basic annual exam for a dog in the US typically costs between $70 to $174, with states like California, $110, and Hawaii, $146, being significantly more expensive than states like Alabama, $77. Common procedures. Standard preventative care adds up. A dental cleaning can range from $70 to $400, while spaying or neutering can cost anywhere from $200 to $600. Diagnostics and emergencies. This is where the financial burden can become immense. Diagnostic blood work can cost up to $200, an ultrasound up to $600. An emergency surgery can easily run from $1,500 to $5,000. Treating a severe illness can be even more costly. For instance, managing a severe case of diarrhea can cost nearly $1,400, while radiation treatment for a bladder tumor can exceed $5,700. The high and rising cost of veterinary care does not exist in a vacuum. It acts as an economic flywheel, radiating energy that powers other sectors of the dog economy. The very real fear of a sudden, financially crippling vet bill is the single greatest driver for the burgeoning pet insurance market. The value proposition of insurance is precisely to mitigate this specific risk. At the same time, the high cost of treatment creates a powerful economic incentive for prevention. This preventative mindset directly fuels consumer demand for premium foods with specific health claims, functional treats designed to support wellness, and a wide array of supplements, as owners proactively invest in nutrition to hopefully avoid costly trips to the veterinarian down the line. Therefore, any analysis of the nutrition, supplement, or insurance markets is incomplete without understanding this fundamental causal link back to the escalating costs originating in the vet clinic. As pet owners increasingly seek comprehensive and holistic wellness solutions for their canine companions, the market has expanded far beyond the confines of traditional veterinary medicine. This new frontier, driven by the core principle of pet humanization, encompasses a burgeoning ecosystem of supplements, vitamins, and alternative therapies. It represents the cutting edge of the industry, where human wellness trends are directly and rapidly transposed onto the care regimens of dogs, creating new, high-growth market segments. The desire to optimize canine health and prevent future ailments has ignited a boom in the supplement market. No longer content with a one-size-fits-all approach to nutrition, owners are biohacking their pets' diets with targeted supplements. The global dog supplement market, valued at $241.6 million in 2021, is projected to more than double to $468.5 million by 2031, growing at a 6.9% CAGR. The broader pet supplement market, including all companion animals, was already worth $2.49 billion in 2023. This growth is concentrated in several key areas that address the most common canine health concerns. Hip and joint support. This is the largest and most established segment, holding over 21% of the market share. Fueled by an aging dog population and the prevalence of conditions like arthritis, products containing glucosamine and chondroitin are in high demand. Skin and coat health. Supplements targeting common dermatological issues like itching, dandruff, and hair loss are gaining significant momentum. Calming aids. This is a particularly high-demand category, especially among millennial and Gen Z pet owners. Products featuring ingredients like L-theanine, chamomile, or even cannabis-derived CBD are used to address separation anxiety, stress from fireworks, or travel-related nervousness. Digestive health. Mirroring a massive trend in human nutrition, supplements with prebiotics and probiotics are increasingly used to support a healthy gut microbiome in dogs. The most popular delivery format for these supplements is the chewable, which accounts for approximately 70% of revenue due to its high palatability and ease of administration compared to pills or powders. a growing number of pet owners are extending their personal wellness philosophies to their animal companions, leading to a rise in holistic and integrative medicine as complements to conventional veterinary care. This trend encompasses a range of therapies. Among the most established is acupuncture, a well-researched practice frequently used for managing chronic pain from conditions like arthritis. Newer disciplines, such as chiropractic care, are also gaining traction for musculoskeletal issues, largely driven by their acceptance in human healthcare. At the cutting edge of this movement is regenerative medicine. This high-tech field, which includes treatments like stem cell therapy, offers significant promise for orthopedic injuries and degenerative diseases. Despite being a relatively new sector, it was valued at $344.9 million in 2024 and is projected to grow at an impressive 12.3% CAGR, highlighting the increasing investment in advanced human-grade medical solutions for pets. The adoption of these alternative therapies is driven by a powerful shift in consumer psychology. Mirroring a similar skepticism towards mass-market industries in human wellness, pet owners are seeking more personalized control over their animals' health. This humanization trend means owners are no longer content with a one-size-fits-all approach. Instead, they are actively curating their pets' health regimens with specific supplements and targeted therapies, creating a fertile market for specialized brands that can provide trusted expertise and customized solutions. Fueled directly by the escalating costs of advanced veterinary care, the pet insurance market is experiencing explosive growth. It stands as a critical financial tool for owners seeking to manage the economic risks associated with modern pet parenting. The global market was valued at a substantial $18.32 billion in 2024 and is on a blistering trajectory to reach $48.98 billion by 2030, expanding at a compound annual growth rate of 17.97%. This rapid expansion is a direct response to the sticker shock many owners face at the vet. Insurance is positioned as the essential buffer against unexpected and often substantial medical bills. In North America, the pet insurance industry is experiencing rapid expansion, with the U.S. market alone exceeding $4.7 billion in premiums in 2024, a 21.4% increase from the prior year. However, this growth is met with a significant paradox: extremely low market penetration. Despite the high financial risks associated with pet ownership, only 3.9% of the total pet population in the U.S. was insured in 2024, covering just 5.5% of dogs and 2.0% of cats. This vast gap between a clear need and low adoption indicates that the industry is still in its early stages, with a massive, untapped market opportunity ahead. The cost of a pet insurance policy varies significantly based on several risk factors. While the average monthly premium for a dog in the U.S. is around $56 to $62, the price is primarily determined by the pet's breed, location, and age. For instance, breeds prone to health issues like the French Bulldog are more expensive to insure than hardier breeds like the Chihuahua. Similarly, premiums are higher in states with more expensive veterinary care, such as Massachusetts, compared to states like Florida or Texas. The most common type of policy, accounting for over 85% of the market, is comprehensive accident and illness coverage. The industry's greatest challenge and its most significant opportunity lies in bridging a crucial education gap. Unlike human health insurance, pet insurance is a discretionary purchase that requires a proactive consumer decision. The low adoption rate suggests the main barrier is not the monthly premium itself, but a widespread lack of understanding about how policies work and their value as a risk management tool. Consequently, the future growth of this multi-billion-dollar market depends less on product innovation and more on effective consumer education. The companies that succeed will be those that can demystify their products and clearly articulate the value of peace of mind to capture the 96% of the pet-owning market that remains uninsured. The dog toy market is far more than a simple collection of balls and chew bones. It has evolved into a dynamic, multi-billion-dollar sector focused on enrichment, durability, and mental engagement. Valued globally at $8.5 billion in 2023, this market is projected to grow at a 6.81% CAGR to reach an impressive $15.29 billion by 2032. The dog segment is the undisputed leader, expected to command a 53% share of the total pet toy market in 2025, reflecting the deep-seated need for play and stimulation in canines. The modern dog toy market is being profoundly shaped by the humanization trend, with owners increasingly purchasing toys as tools to enhance their pet's well-being rather than just for simple occupation. This has spurred several key trends, including a high demand for durability and safety, with a focus on non-toxic, robust materials, exemplified by brands like Kong. There is also a significant shift towards toys that offer mental stimulation and enrichment, such as puzzle feeders and snuffle mats, designed to combat boredom and satisfy natural instincts. Furthermore, consumer values are driving demand for sustainability in toys, made from recycled materials, technological integration in smart, app-enabled devices, and a preference for personalized toys with sophisticated aesthetics that blend with modern home decor. A powerful emotional driver underpins the growth in the premium and interactive toy market, described as the guilt economy. As owners, particularly in dual-income households, spend more time away from home, they often experience guilt about leaving their dogs alone. Purchasing advanced or expensive toys becomes an act of alleviating this guilt, allowing owners to feel they are still providing attentive, high-quality parenting even in their absence. This purchase is less a simple transaction and more a way to emotionally compensate for not being physically present. This psychological driver directly influences marketing strategies and sales channels. The most effective messaging taps into this need, framing the purchase not as a way to entertain a dog, but as a way for the owner to be a better, more engaged pet parent. While traditional retail still holds the largest market share, the fastest-growing sales channel is online, particularly direct-to-consumer, D2C subscription services like BarkBox. These platforms appeal to millennial and Gen Z consumers by offering convenience and a curated discovery experience that aligns perfectly with the modern, emotionally driven approach to pet ownership. The humble collar, leash, and harness have been transformed from purely utilitarian tools into a vibrant market of fashion, advanced safety, and integrated technology. This once basic category is now a significant economic force, with the global market projected to expand from $6.39 billion in 2025 to $11.14 billion by 2032, reflecting a robust 8.28% CAGR. This evolution is a direct reflection of the modern owner's desire to provide their dogs with accessories that are not only functional, but also stylish, comfortable, and technologically sophisticated. Several key trends are driving growth and innovation in the pet accessories market, which includes items like collars, leashes, and harnesses. Reflecting the humanization of pets, these products have become a form of self-expression for owners, leading to a premiumization trend with demand for designer patterns and high-quality materials like vegan leather. A significant emphasis on safety and comfort has also spurred a market shift towards harnesses, which are considered safer than traditional collars, particularly for small or flat-faced breeds. In line with broader consumer values, there is also a growing demand for accessories made from sustainable, eco-friendly materials. The most transformative trend in this category is the integration of technology, leading to the rise of the smart collar. These devices have revolutionized the simple accessory by embedding advanced features like real-time GPS tracking for safety, health and activity monitors that function as 24/7 wellness trackers, and integrated LED lighting to improve visibility during nighttime walks. Despite this innovation, the market faces challenges, including price sensitivity among consumers, saturation in developed regions, and the threat of low-quality, counterfeit products on online marketplaces that can erode consumer trust and pose safety risks. Looking forward, the smart collar is poised to become much more than a simple accessory. It is evolving into the central data collection hub for an individual pet's life. The continuous stream of data it generates on location, activity, and health metrics is an incredibly valuable asset that can power a new generation of personalized services. This data could be used to calculate a dog's precise caloric needs for a nutrition app, transmit vital signs to a veterinary telehealth platform, or even inform risk profiles for insurance underwriting. The company that controls this smart collar platform effectively owns the operating system for that pet's care, shifting the competitive landscape from merely selling hardware to providing access to a comprehensive, data-driven wellness ecosystem. Reflecting the desire to fully and comfortably integrate a dog into the domestic sphere, the pet furniture segment has become a significant market focused on health, aesthetics, and luxury. The global pet beds market alone is estimated to be worth $5.12 billion in 2025, with projections to reach $6.79 billion by 2030, growing at a steady 5.82% CAGR. This market is no longer about providing a simple cushion on the floor. It is about creating a dedicated space that supports a dog's health and aligns with the owner's interior design sensibilities. Three dominant trends are shaping the modern dog bed market, driven by evolving owner priorities. The most significant driver is the demand for orthopedic support, a direct response to an aging pet population and heightened awareness of joint issues like arthritis. These beds utilize materials like medical-grade memory foam to alleviate pressure points. A second major trend is the focus on luxury and aesthetics, with a large percentage of consumers seeking beds that function as furniture and complement their home decor. This has fueled demand for high-end fabrics and stylish designs. Lastly, sustainability has become a key factor for a growing niche of consumers, creating a significant market for beds made from eco-friendly, non-toxic materials, a segment projected to be worth $3.38 billion by 2029. This evolution in product offerings reflects a crucial shift in consumer psychology. The dog bed is no longer viewed as a mere pet supply, but as an integral piece of home furniture. This transformation means that purchasing decisions are now governed by an interior design imperative, where the owner's aesthetic taste is often as influential as the dog's need for comfort. Consequently, a successful product must appeal to two distinct customers: the dog, who requires function and support, and the owner, who demands form and style that integrate seamlessly into their living space. This new dynamic has reshaped the competitive landscape, creating new avenues for success. A brand can now distinguish itself not just through superior engineering, like developing better orthopedic foam, but also by offering the most on-trend colors and fabrics that align with the latest in human interior design. This firmly positions the dog bed at the intersection of the pet economy and the home goods market, opening up fertile ground for strategic collaborations between pet companies and furniture designers, home decor influencers, and mainstream lifestyle brands. The act of dressing a dog has transcended novelty and functionality to become a mainstream expression of style, personality, and the human-animal bond, creating a formidable global market in the process. The pet clothing industry was valued at $5.79 billion in 2024 and is projected to climb to $8.97 billion by 2032, expanding at a healthy 5.6% CAGR. Dogs are the primary consumers in this market, with the canine segment accounting for approximately 66% of all pet apparel sales. A vibrant set of cultural and functional drivers is propelling the growth of the pet apparel market. The central force is the humanization of pets, which leads owners to dress their dogs as an extension of their own personal style, for both fashion and fun. This trend is massively amplified by social media, where petfluencers on platforms like Instagram and TikTok create viral trends, such as twinning with matching owner-pet outfits and collaborate with brands ranging from mainstream to luxury. Alongside fashion, functionality remains a key driver, with strong demand for practical items like coats, sweaters, and raincoats that provide warmth and protection. Furthermore, seasonal and holiday demand creates significant sales spikes as owners purchase festive costumes and themed attire throughout the year. While shirts and tops constitute the largest market segment, valued at $2.1 billion in 2023, sweaters and hoodies are the fastest-growing category. The evolution of this market reveals that pet apparel has become a powerful social signifier for the owner. The clothing a dog wears communicates a wealth of information about its owner's identity, lifestyle, and social values, mirroring the role of fashion in human culture. By dressing their pets, owners are essentially extending their own identities onto their animal companions. For example, a dog in a rugged technical fleece can signal an owner with an active, outdoorsy lifestyle, while one in a designer coat may suggest an owner who is luxury-oriented and status-conscious. Ultimately, this means the pet apparel market functions less like a pet supply industry and more like a human fashion market, with the dog serving as a living, breathing accessory. The most successful marketing strategies, therefore, are those that appeal directly to the owner's desired identity and self-expression. Brands in this space are not merely selling a dog sweater, they are selling a lifestyle, a statement, and an identity that the owner wishes to project to the world. The market for dog grooming tools is a robust and growing sector, catering to both at-home pet parents and professional groomers. This industry, encompassing everything from brushes and combs to electric clippers and nail grinders, was estimated to be worth $1.5 billion in 2025 and is projected to grow at a 5% CAGR through 2033. When expanded to include grooming consumables like shampoos and conditioners, the U.S. market alone was valued at $5.35 billion in 2023, underscoring the significant investment owners make in their pets' hygiene and appearance. Several key trends are defining the evolution of the pet grooming market, driven by increasingly engaged and knowledgeable owners. A significant movement is the professionalization of home grooming, where consumers purchase professional-grade tools to save on salon costs and take a more hands-on role in their pet's care. This is complemented by technological innovation, such as quieter, low-vibration cordless clippers and safer nail grinders designed to reduce stress. There is also a rising demand for breed-specific solutions tailored to different coat types, and a strong consumer preference for premium, natural consumables like organic, sulfate-free shampoos that mirror human personal care trends. While offline pet specialty stores still hold the majority of the market share at 74.4% in the US, online e-commerce is the fastest-growing channel, offering a wider selection and greater convenience. A deeper analysis of consumer behavior reveals that the act of grooming is being fundamentally reframed, evolving from a purely aesthetic chore into a crucial routine for health monitoring. The hands-on nature of brushing, bathing, and nail trimming provides a regular and invaluable opportunity for owners to conduct physical checks. It is during these sessions that they are most likely to discover potential health problems, such as new lumps, skin irritations, parasites, or spots of sensitivity that could indicate an underlying injury. This transforms grooming from a simple task to keep a dog looking good into a proactive, preventative health practice. This shift in perception has significant implications for consumer spending and marketing. By viewing grooming as a preventative health measure, owners are more willing to invest in higher quality tools and premium products. For example, an expensive hypoallergenic shampoo is no longer seen as just a cleaning agent, but as a tool to potentially avoid a costly veterinary visit for a skin condition. Consequently, the most forward-thinking brands are shifting their marketing focus away from aesthetics, making your dog beautiful, and towards wellness, helping you keep your dog healthy, positioning their products as essential components of a holistic health routine. As the modern work-life landscape evolves, the doggy daycare and boarding sector has become an essential service industry, catering to the social, exercise, and care needs of dogs whose owners have busy schedules. This market is a significant and growing component of the service-based dog economy. In the United States, the pet daycare market was valued at $1.12 billion in 2021 and is on a firm growth trajectory, projected to expand at a 6.8% CAGR through 2030 to reach an estimated $2.02 billion. The dog daycare and boarding market is undergoing a fundamental evolution, moving far beyond the traditional concept of a kennel. The old model of basic, cage-based boarding is being rapidly replaced by luxury pet hotels and canine resorts that mirror human hospitality, offering amenities like private suites, 24/7 webcams, and spa services. Similarly, doggy daycare has shifted from simple supervision to structured enrichment, positioning itself as a developmental center with a curriculum of activities, including puzzle solving, agility exercises, and managed socialization sessions. This growth is fueled by powerful socioeconomic trends. A major post-pandemic catalyst is the large-scale return of employees to the office, creating a surge in demand for reliable daytime care from the millions of households that adopted dogs during the remote work era. Furthermore, there is a widespread understanding among owners about the critical importance of proper socialization for a dog's behavioral health, making daycare an attractive option. At its core, however, the willingness to pay premium prices for these elevated services is driven by the pet humanization trend, as owners who view their dogs as family members seek the best possible care and experiences for them. Looking forward, the business model is evolving for daycare to become a third space for dogs and their owners, a central, physical hub for their daily lives. Due to the high-frequency nature of the service, these facilities build strong customer relationships, making them ideal platforms for layering in a host of ancillary revenue streams, like grooming, training classes, retail of premium products, and even veterinary partnerships. The most successful businesses of the future will be those that leverage their physical footprint to become a one-stop shop for a dog's lifestyle needs, fostering a strong community and building a diversified, resilient business model. At the heart of the pet tech revolution lies the connected pet, a concept brought to life by a rapidly expanding market for GPS trackers and smart collars. This sector is fundamentally reshaping how owners ensure their dog's safety and monitor their health. The global pet tech market, the umbrella under which these devices fall, is projected to explode from $10.6 billion in 2025 to an astounding $64 billion by 2037, demonstrating a blistering 15.9% CAGR. Wearable technology is a primary engine of this growth. The pet technology market is rapidly evolving and is primarily split into two overlapping segments centered on smart collars. The first segment, GPS trackers for safety, addresses the fundamental fear of a pet getting lost. These devices offer real-time location monitoring and geofencing capabilities, allowing owners to receive alerts if their pet leaves a designated safe zone. This market is substantial, with projections showing growth from $5.72 billion in 2024 to $13 billion by 2033. The second, more advanced segment focuses on health and wellness, transforming the collar into a sophisticated 24/7 health monitor. This pet wearable market, valued at $2.7 billion in 2023 and growing at a rapid 14.3% CAGR, uses an array of sensors to track metrics like activity levels, sleep patterns, heart rate, and specific behaviors like scratching or barking, which can be early indicators of illness. This technological advancement marks a pivotal moment in pet care, leading to what can be described as the datafication of the dog. Smart collars are systematically converting a dog's physical, biological, and behavioral experiences into a continuous stream of quantifiable data. This fundamentally alters the dynamic between owners and veterinarians. Vague, subjective observations like, "he seems tired," are being replaced by objective, data-backed statements such as, "his active minutes are down 30% this week." This shift provides owners with a new, more precise language to communicate with veterinary professionals, empowering them to become more active and informed participants in their pet's healthcare. The transition from subjective, episodic observation to objective, continuous monitoring is paving the way for a new paradigm of proactive and highly personalized pet care. While this creates unprecedented opportunities for improving animal well-being, it also raises important future questions regarding data privacy and ownership. In an increasingly connected world, the distance between pet owners and their dogs is being bridged by a rapidly growing market for interactive cameras and remote treat dispensers. This segment of the pet tech industry is a direct response to the modern owner's desire to monitor, connect with, and entertain their pets, even when they are physically apart. The global market for pet camera treat dispensers was valued at $1.46 billion in 2024 and is projected to expand at a brisk 13.2% CAGR, reaching an estimated $4.16 billion by 2033. The broader pet camera market, including devices without dispensers, is also on a strong growth path, valued at $148.3 million in 2024 with a 12.6% CAGR. Pet cameras with treat dispensers have become a cornerstone of the modern smart home for pet owners, offering a suite of features designed to facilitate remote interaction and provide peace of mind. The core functions include high-definition video streaming for real-time check-ins and two-way audio, which allows owners to hear and speak to their pets. The key interactive element is the remote treat tossing feature, providing a fun way to reward and play from afar. More advanced models also incorporate smart features like motion and bark detection, night vision, and integration with home ecosystems like Amazon Alexa. This market is primarily driven by the ongoing trend of pet humanization and the emotional need to alleviate the owner's own separation anxiety, with North America dominating the market, holding over 51% of the global revenue share. The commercial success of this category lies in its brilliant market positioning, which effectively blurs the lines between two distinct consumer needs: home security and pet entertainment. While any standard security camera can be used to monitor a pet, brands like Furbo and PetCube have reframed the device by adding interactive elements. The inclusion of two-way audio and, most importantly, the treat dispenser transforms the product from a passive security tool into an active bonding and entertainment platform. This clever repositioning allows these specialized brands to command a significant price premium over standard cameras. Consumers feel they are not just purchasing a piece of hardware, but an interactive experience, a tool to assuage their guilt about being away from their pet, and a novel way to express affection. This powerful dual-purpose value proposition, which solves both the practical problem of monitoring and the emotional problem of separation, is the primary engine driving the segment's impressive growth and healthy profit margins. The dog economy is supported by a burgeoning and increasingly sophisticated digital layer, with mobile applications becoming an indispensable tool for modern pet management. This digital leash provides owners with a suite of tools to train, monitor, and care for their dogs, effectively acting as the software interface for the entire industry. The app ecosystem is diverse, falling into several key categories that cater to specific owner needs. A diverse ecosystem of mobile applications is transforming the pet care landscape, categorized by distinct functions. Training and behavior apps like Doggo and Pupper are democratizing professional training by offering guided exercises and progress tracking directly to owners. Health and wellness logging apps function as comprehensive digital records, allowing owners to meticulously track everything from feeding schedules to symptoms for easy sharing with veterinarians. Meanwhile, service and community platforms such as Rover and Wag serve as massive marketplaces, connecting owners to dog walkers and sitters, while others focus on building social networks for local pet owners. These applications are far more than standalone tools. They act as the critical connective tissue of the entire modern dog economy. They serve as the user-facing control panel for pet tech hardware like smart collars and cameras, the digital storefronts for the vast service economy from grooming to telehealth, and the primary communication and sales channel for a growing number of direct-to-consumer D2C brands, enabling them to foster a direct relationship with customers. The current fragmented state of this market, where an owner often uses separate apps for training, health logging, and device control, points directly to the next major competitive battleground, the creation of a pet care super app. The ultimate prize is to consolidate these disparate functions into a single seamless platform, thereby owning the entire customer relationship. This envisioned application would likely integrate a pet's smart device data, offer personalized nutrition plans with one-tap ordering, schedule veterinary appointments, and build community, all under one subscription. The race to build this dominant all-in-one solution is now on, with e-commerce giants, hardware manufacturers, and software startups all vying to become the indispensable platform for the modern pet parent. The future of the global dog economy is poised to be defined by hyper-personalization and data-driven, proactive wellness, moving far beyond current standards of care. This evolution will be supported by 4 key pillars. The first, personalized nutrition and medicine, nutrigenomics, will use a dog's unique DNA profile to tailor diets and treatments, shifting care from reactive to proactive. The second and third pillars involve technology, advanced veterinary telehealth, which is evolving into continuous telemonitoring via smart wearables, and artificial intelligence, which is set to revolutionize diagnostics through superior image analysis and predictive analytics. Underpinning all of this is the fourth pillar, a powerful consumer-driven sustainability imperative that influences every segment of the industry, from food sourcing to product materials. These innovations are projected to drive massive market growth. The veterinary telehealth market is expected to expand at a 19.8% CAGR to reach $2.4 billion by 2034, while AI and animal health is growing at an 18.4% CAGR. The already massive eco-friendly pet products market, valued at $43.65 billion in 2024, continues to expand, demonstrating that ethical and sustainable practices are no longer a niche but a core expectation. The convergence of these 4 pillars is leading toward the ultimate future of pet care, a predictive care loop. This closed-loop system begins with a DNA test to establish a dog's genetic baseline, followed by continuous health monitoring from a smart wearable. This data stream is then analyzed by AI algorithms to predict the onset of disease long before clinical symptoms appear. When a risk is flagged, an automated alert can trigger a proactive intervention through a telehealth service, creating a new paradigm of preventative, data-driven wellness designed to help dogs live longer, healthier lives.